Hi folks, thanks for clicking on my channel. I thought we'd have another go at this today. I got naggy with it last time. So just tried, I've took the back off that. So this is on the rear door. And it's a good little place to store things, but it was all fouling. So I've had a look and it just needs a little bit taken off the top of that. So I'll pop these two screws out and just run the plane down that. And that'll sort that out. And then we'll have a look at the top pocket, which is going to be about there. So we're just going to get on with that. So we'll just whip these two screws out. And that'll give us enough room to do a bit of messy planer work. Should be enough there, just where it was fouling on the top of the door, so we've got a bit of an angle on that now, and that'll just let that sit under that bracket. So we'll just give that a bit of a clean up and we'll look at the other side. So for this one, we're going to make sure that our box sits on the inside of these lines, because when I did that one, it sat half and half, if you recall, and that's what caused it all to foul. So the measurements were good, but the actual making of the box was rubbish. So we're going to come on the inside of this, so it's going to leave me a pocket so deep, 3 inches deep by a couple of inches wide. So we'll make a box for that. I always like to set mine up and square properly, because the markers that you get on these are never very accurate. It says 90, but it isn't. It's always a little bit past. Let me show you there. See, that should be exactly on 0, and it clearly isn't. I could undo that and move it, but I don't trust them. I always use a square every time I set up on these. Right, we're just going to drill all the pilot holes into this, and then we'll set it up square, and then we'll screw it up. And we're going to use some glue. Any old glue will do. Use wood glue. time we've concentrated a bit more, look, and we've done it in between those gaps. So it's not going to foul on anything on the door, so I can be confident that this one can be screwed on and I can do the rest of the work. I'm just going to put little pilot holes in here. It won't go through the material, it would rather twist it up than go through it. See, it won't go through it, but it just makes it easier for me to know where the actual hole's got to be. Again, won't go through it, look. Well, you can see that. Let me show you a bit better. See, it just twists it. Sometimes it works to your advantage, this material. Very rarely though. So you can see where those holes have come through. And I'm just going to stab through with a pair of scissors. Because I didn't have any success with the Stanley knife last time. Right, so not only did I cut the hole the wrong size in the felt, which left me with these little gaps here when I come to refelt, not only did I do that, I also cut the hole too big in the first place. And now, that's too small. I'm not going to let it beat me. I'm going to adapt and overcome. Stick around. So here we are, the final reveal. And it hasn't turned out too bad in the end. And that's just that board that I made. Fits over there, looks nice. I'll pop that in the van. And I'll do a final video just to show what it looks like in the van. But I'm happy with that. It's turned out okay. Been a very frustrating project, but there we go. There we go, folks, that was part 2 of that Space Saver and the back doors. It was a frustrating project and I can honestly say I didn't enjoy it, but the end product was good. So you've been listening to Steve the Transit Camper. Please like, please subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Cheers, take care.